2-0 Lady Wolves. Berkeley just scored short-handed. Now Berkeley dumps it down the ice. It looks like the stream is working now. If it is, oh, it is. Perfect. Shot on net, saved by Leah. Hopefully you saw the goal at the start of this stream. Berkeley put us up 2-0. Just over 10 minutes to go in the second. Now we got 9:50 to go in the second period. 2-0 Lady Wolves. Still a penalty kill for another minute 42. So Berkeley Couture with a short-handed goal. Hopefully I got that on camera. Otherwise, you're just going to have to take my word for it. 9:44 to go in the second. Going through, gets it off the draw, fires that all the way down, no icing. Clarington gets the puck in their zone. Michaela Cole ties her up in the corner. They start to head out the other way. Puck comes up center all the way to JoJo Adjureze, and she sends that right back into Clarington territory. Back in the Wolves territory. 50 seconds to go on our penalty. Clarington in possession. Skates into the corner up to the hash marks. Across the face-off circle, drops it to the blue line. Pass to the hash marks, back to the blue, back to the hash marks. Backdoor pass, shot on net. Leah Murphy slides across, makes that save, and Michaela Paris chips it out of his zone. Clarington with possession now, chipping up center. Blows a wheel. Bella Perry gets the puck back. Hands it off to Emma Moore. Rowan Frood. Frood to Bella Perry. She cuts in. She goes to drive the net. Gets taken out. Penalty coming up against Clarington. That'll be 2 for tripping. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 13 seconds. And then power play for your Sudbury Lady Wolves. 8:21 to go in the second period. 2-0 Lady Wolves in game 1 of the March matchup. Clarington comes up center. Judd gets the puck back. Fires up to Berkeley. Berkeley at the blue line. Gets some trouble. Gets help from Judd. Judd gets over it to Gation. Her shot goes into the corner. That's where Berkeley finds the puck. Clarington knocks it back to the blue line. Judd keeps it in. Sends it back down low to Burke. Burke puts it in front. Doesn't connect, but Bella Mask gets it back at the blue line. She gets it over to Kaylin. Kaylin fires a shot on net. Just wide. Puck comes over to Izzy Lontang. She keeps it in at the hash marks. Sends it down low. Puck's cleared out. Icing waved off as the Wolves are on the power play now for the next minute 15. Judd fires the puck up the boards to Gation. Gation gets it over the blue line. She's pinned, and Izzy gets the loose puck. Izzy also gets pinned. We got a penalty for that earlier. No big deal. We kick the puck in the zone. Emma Moore fires that in front of the net, blocked by a Clarington player. Clarington picks up the loose puck, chips it up the boards. JoJo keeps it in at the hash marks. She skates it into the corner, behind the net. She gets a player's stick, keeps possession of the puck. JoJo at the hash marks, double reverse, drives the net, gets a shot, blocked. JoJo gets the puck back, over to Emma Moore. Moore at the blue line, over to Ryan Morris. Her shot blocked. And Emma Moore is going to get it back. Emma behind the net, 15 seconds to go on the power play, chips it down the ice. Off of Clarington, nice and waved off. Plus they could have played it too. Now Clarington sends it out of his zone. Over to JoJo, cross to Emma. Emma gets the red line, dumps it in. Gets some help from Michaela Cole. Cole into the corner. Tries to get that out front. Knocked away by Clarington. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Puck comes up center. Bella Perry picks it up. Goes back into the zone. Gets squeezed off. No call there. Puck goes into the corner. Bella Perry with some pressure, ties her up. Puck comes out of the zone. Bella Mass is going to get that back for the Wolves. Up to Bella Perry. Perry to the blue line. A little bit of trouble. Rolling Food helping out. Puck goes in the corner. Clarington working at it. Try to get out front. Berkeley ties her up. Puck's at the blue line. Slap shot. Blocked in front. We're 5-on-5 hockey with 5.5 minutes to go in the second. 2-0 Wolves as Perry gets it to Petura. Back to Perry. Down low for Frood. Frood's going to bring it behind the net. Reverse. A little battle behind the net. Frood keeping possession. Perry supports. Here comes Petura now. Nice battle from Perry. Gets it to the blue line. It's kept in by the Flames. They send it back to the corner. Now they try to get it out front. Bella Mass gets in the way. Gets the puck to Frood. Frood sends it around the boards. Paris at the hash marks. Nice little battle from Paris. Gets some support from Perry, and Paris comes out with it. Michaela Paris behind the net. Comes up the side. Takes the little slash. Keeps on going into the zone. Paris into the slot. Gets a shot. Oh, with the save. Couture forcing the play. And Gation keeps the puck in the zone. Flames get the puck behind the net. Gation and Montaigne with some pressure. Cross ice pass, and Flames 1-on-1 the other way. Judd blocks the in, goes in the corner. Morrissey sends it out of the zone. Allegation gets the red line. She skates it into the zone, into the high slot. Works it into the corner. Puts it out front. Carrington's tied up. Izzy sends it back down to Moore. Her shot on net. Save, rebound. Allegation save. Carrington gets it back to Judd. Her shot blocked in front. Carrington sends it to the blue line. Judd sends it back down low. Into the far corner. Lontang keeping it in the zone. Gets help from Gation behind the net. Gation takes a cross check. Keeps possession. Tries to work it out front. Clarington finds in the corner. They trip it up, but Carrington's there to keep it in. Carrington puts it in front. Gation finds the loose puck to keep it in the zone. 3:20 to go in the second period. 2-0 for the Wolves. Clarington starts to break out with it. They get to the red line. Emma Moore slows her down. Gets some help from Gation. Gation into the zone. Ref is taken out, but he's getting back up. The play will continue with one referee for now. Morrissey fires a shot that goes wide. It stays in the zone. Morris gets a shot. The stick knocked away, but a single ref didn't see it. No big deal. Morris back to Moore. Moore cross ice to Bella Perry. She's going to bring that in the zone. Hand it off to her teammate, Michaela Cole. Her shot blocked in front. Rebound comes back to Rowan Fruit. She puts it in front. Almost got it in. Hits the goalie in the pad. Puck comes out to the blue line. Jojo keeps it in. Her shot deflected by Bella Perry. Rebound on Lonzy. 2-3-4 to go in the second. This period sponsored by Coors Light. Take a silver bullet for the team. Bella Perry gets the draw back. Jojo sends it in to Ryan Morris. Morris tied up with the hash marks. Keeps the battle going. Gets it over to Rowan Frood. Frood at the red line dumps it in. And Michaela Cole follows it up. Loose puck picked up by Clarington. They're going to start to break out. Turn the other way. Can't get out of the zone. They're going to reverse again. Morris gets a piece of it, but Clarington keeps on going. Perry on the back check, ties up. Jojo gets the puck. We're going to get a holding call. That was pretty soft. How was that a hold? She was holding her stick the whole time. Her own stick. Anyways, no big deal. 2 minutes to go in the second. On the power play. Also 2-0 for the Wolves. Back to the blue line. Puck comes out front. Judd blocks that. Clarington gets it back behind the net. Now Belamass ties up. Clarington finds it behind the net. We send it to the blue line. Berkeley with some pressure gets a stick on it. That goes out of bounds. Face off will be inside. Change the forwards up. Izzy and Clarington head out. Clarington goes D to D. Shot blocked by Clarington. And Izzy clears the puck out of his zone. Clarington picks it up in the neutral zone. They get to the red line. Skated in the zone. Pass in front. Saved by Murphy. 1:20 to go in the period. Back to draw. Clarington finds it. They walk out front. Pass. Can't get a shot. Emma Moore clears it to the sidewall. Clarington keeps in at the blue line. Their shot saved by Murphy. Try to get out front. Emma gets a stick on it. Morris gets a piece of it. Clarington with the face-off dot gets it taken away by Ryan Morris, who sends that out of the zone. Puck comes out the other way now. Clarington fires it down. That's going to be icing. 35 seconds to go on our penalty and the period. 2-0 for the Wolves. Game number 2 will be at 9:15 over at another arena. We're playing North Simcoe later this evening. Clarington chips it out off the draw. 2-on-2 into the zone. Keeping her outside. Now she comes out, gets a shot, saved from Murphy, rebound, goes behind the net. Clarington picks it up. Still in the power play for 14 seconds. Another save from Murphy. She goes in that rebound. 11 seconds to go in the period. Seconds in the second. 2-0 for the Wolves. Clarington gets a shot, blocker save from Belamass, sends it to the blue line. Michaela Cole gets it all the way down. 3 seconds to go in the period. That's going to be it for the second. 2-0 Wolves after 28 minutes of play. Maybe 30 minutes, 15 minutes up on the board for the third period. Third period action out at York Canland Center. If you're ever out this way, being your golf clubs, they got a couple simulators. Kill some time in between games or before the game. They also have golf clubs if you want to bring theirs. We got a whole arcade going on back there. Sudbury, well, we got 2 vending machines. Okay, 15 minutes to go in the third. 2-0 Lady Wolves. Game 1 of the March matchup out for the Leaside tournament. Puck comes back to Kaylin. She chips that up into the neutral zone. Leaside sends it back to her. And Bella Perry picks up the loose puck at the red line. Perry into the zone. Takes it to the corner. She's tied up. Paris helps her out. Perry comes out with the puck. She drives the net on a backhand, puts it in front. Montaigne gets the puck in the corner. Back to Emma Moore. Moore fires it on net. Deflection in front. Back to Emma Moore. Another deflection. Just can't get the right deflection. Puck comes out. Judd gets it at the red line over to Izzy. Izzy leaves that for Emma. Emma chips it up into the zone. Icing called, even though the player skated away from the puck. 14-12 to go in regulation time. Off the jaw, goes to the hash marks. That one's all tied up. Gation working at it. Get some help from Palisade. They get that over the blue line. Clarington sends it back into the Sudbury zone. Jojo gets in the corner. Up the boards to Carrington. She's tied up. She keeps the battle going. Gets that to Morris. Morris sends it cross ice out of the zone. Clarington gets it back in the neutral zone. Chip it up. At the blue line, Jojo gets it back to Carrington. Back to Ryan Morris. Morris finds Gation at center. Gation over the red line, takes it wide into the zone. Looking at the hash marks, help from Michaela Cole. Cole keeps that in the zone, but now it's cleared out by Clarington. That's going to be icing. 13-17 to go in regulation time. 2-0 Lady Wolves. Puck comes out. Bellamass keeps it in. Loose puck in front, cleared away by Clarington. Michaela Cole finds it at the hash marks. Takes it down low. Gets that to Perry. She tries to get that out front. Clarington knocks it into the corner. And they promote his zone with it. Bellamass gets it back up to Michaela Cole. Cole skates it in his zone. Ships it in. Oh, too far there. Clarington sends it cross ice. Judd keeps that in at the blue line. Fires that towards net. Glove save. Rebound from Perry. Couldn't get that. Clarington sends it away. Judd gets a piece of it, and Bellamass picks up the loose puck. 12.5 minutes to go in regulation. Perry gets it out of his zone. That's going to be icing. 12-14 to go. Line change for the Lady Wolves. Fires that around the boards. Paris picks it up at the blue line. Paris gets the red line, dumps it in. Izzy chases it down. Gets the puck out front. Knocked away by Clarington. Pressure from the Wolves, and Emma Moore is going to keep that in. Now that Clarington gets it out, that's going to be icing. Got the puck on the far side. Now he made it back here. Long Tang tries to get it out front. Knocked away by Clarington. Izzy keeps the battle going. Some help from Clarington. Now the puck comes up center for Clarington. Izzy stops her at the hash marks, chips it out of the zone. Clarington gets it at the red line. Izzy sends it back their way. Now Clarington dumps it into our zone. Jojo picks up the loose puck. Jojo up for Izzy, gets that out of the zone. Pressure from Morris, forces that play, and it comes back for Emma Moore. Emma Moore goes behind the net, up the boards, out of the zone. Clarington with possession in their own zone. Chips up center. Excuse me. Crude knocks that away. Clarington keeps it in with the blue line. Morris to Jojo. Jojo gets it out of the zone. Clarington sends it back in. Back into the zone, Gation dumps it in. 10 minutes to go in regulation. 2-0 Lady Wolves. Puck goes out front. Clarington knocks it out of the zone. Wolves with some pressure in neutral zone. Forces Clarington to dump it in. Belamass gets it in the corner. Comes out with it. Off the boards to Clarington. Clarington up to the neutral zone. Gets it into the Clarington zone. They try to work up the boards. Berkeley gets a piece of it. Now it's back for Kalen. Kalen cross ice into the zone. That could have been a high stick, but no big deal. Clarington, though, keeps that in the zone. Clarington knocks it behind the net. Keeps that battle going. Michaela Cole helping out on the other side. Cole battles in the corner. Gets that back to Emma Moore. Her shot gets through traffic. Goes behind the net. The hash marks. Clarington chips it up. Judd gets it at the blue line. Clarington knocks it out. Ice and wave off. Emma Moore gets there. Emma takes it behind the net. Cuts up center. She's got a lane and she takes it into the zone. Emma Moore all alone. Gets by one, drives it. Oh, just over the goalie. Almost had that top corner. Michaela Paris gets it back for the Wolves. To Izzy. Up to Emma. Emma fires that on net. Goalie's going to hang on to that one as Paris crashes in. Eight and a half minutes to go in regulation. 2-0 Wolves. As Clarington gets it out of the zone, Frood picks it back up. Clarington's offside. That'll give us a second. Jojo up to Paris. Paris over the blue line. Dumps it behind the net for Morris. She's tied up. Could have been interference. That comes back to Frood. Frood puts that deep in the zone. Morris to Paris, back to Morris in the high slot, backhand off the post. Paris follows it up in the corner. Sent across ice by Clarington, hands up for an icing. I don't know if it will make it, and it does. Icing called, 7:50 to go in regulation time. 2-0 for Lady Wolves. Game 1 of the March matchup. Back to Ajueze, a couple of Llewellyn teammates make a connection. Shot blocked in front, and their other teammate, Elevation, gets a piece of it. Puck comes back to another Llewellyn player, Rowan Frood. Poor Carrington, the only St. Charles girl out there with 4 Llewellyn players. But we're all Lady Wolves at the end of the day. D-to-D pass, up center to Perry, and off she goes to the races. Perry cuts in, fires a shot off the crossbar. Come on. That would have been money. Clarington gets it back in their zone. Perry and Gation keep it down low. Clarington helping out at the hash marks. Puck goes behind the net. Clarington picks it up. Send it back around the other lane. Go back. Passes here for Clarington. Now they send it across ice out of the zone. They dump it in. Jojo knocks that down and sends it out. Clarington gets it at the red line. They dump it in. Off the skater through. They get a shot. That goes wide. That goes behind the net. Clarington sends it down low. Perry ties up from Jojo. And Bella Perry comes out with it. Perry off the boards, out of the zone. That's going to go on net, no icing. Chloe plays out in the corner. Gation with some pressure. She's got support from Patura and Cole. Puck bounces out to the blue line. Picked up by Clarington. Clarington dumps it in the zone. Murphy hangs onto it. .608 left in this third period. And you can actually see outside in the background, they got green grass out here. Unlike all the snow we continue getting Sunday. Battle in the corner, Bellamass ties up. Ryan Morris gets the loose puck. Up to Cole, back to Mass, back to Cole. Cole tied up the hash marks, gets some help from Morris. She sends it to Bellamass. Over to Kalen. Up the boards for Cole. Cole centers that. And Morris gets it back to Cole. Cole sends it up center. Into the zone. Patura racing after it. Patura wins the race. Keeps the puck in the zone. She gets tied up in the corner. Gets it over to Morris. Morris tries to get that down low. Clarington in the way. They send that out. Judd gets it at the red line. Judd off the boards for Lontang. She chips that in the zone. Izzy follows it up, ties up behind the net. Support from Paris, gets the puck over to Izzy. Izzy, high slot to Bella Perry. Her shot, save, rebound, loose in front. Bella Perry tries to get that back to the blue line. Clarington gets a piece of it, and Judd gets it back. Cross-ice pass from Judd to Paris, over to Lontang. They chip that in. That was almost like a warm-up drill, actually. Lontang to Paris in front. Her shot blocked. Kayla keeps the battle going down low. Gets some help from Izzy. 4:40 to go in regulation. Puck's in the corner. Izzy ties up at the hash marks now. Emma Moore helps her out. Keeps it in the zone. Michaela Paris pins it on the boards. Izzy helping her out. Izzy gets the puck behind the net. Comes out with it in the corner. Gets taken out. No call. Jojo gets a loose puck. Bella Perry gets taken out. No call. Paris on the rebound. Save is made, and Paris gets the loose puck in the corner. Paris cuts back to the net. Tries to get that back to Emma. Knocked away by Clarington. They come in the zone. Shot goes wide. Now it's kept in by Clarington. Pressure from Lontang and Adjureze at the hash marks. They tie him up, and loose puck picked up by Izzy. Izzy chips it up center. Hits the Clarington players, no icing. Goalie plays it to Berkeley. Berkeley with some real strength. Now Clarington helping her out. Clarington gets tripped up, no ball. Bellamass keeps it in at the blue line. Now it comes out into the neutral zone. Gation gets a piece of it. That better go in front of the Clarington bench. Wow, it comes in front of that bench. No big deal. 3:24 left in regulation. Puck's at the blue line. Clarington brings it in. They keep him at the net line though. Now it gets to the hash marks and no food. Chips it out of his zone. Gation after it, ice and waved off. Clarington gets there first. 3 minutes left in regulation time. 2-0 Lady Wolves. Morris and Gation with some pressure. Support from Patura keeps that in his zone. Oh, we almost got a hunting foul there. Clarington comes out. Belamass slows her down. Morris helps her out. Puck gets to the blue line now. Clarington keeps it in. They walk in. They fire a shot. Murphy uses the bottom of the net to make that save. Now Belamass trips it out of his zone. It will make it for an icing. 2:28 left in game number 1 of the Leaside March matchup between the Wolves and the Flames. I don't know if we have any volunteer firefighters on the team, but looks like we put the Flames on the team tonight. At the blue line, shot from the Flames, save from Murphy. Judd clears that away. Another shot of net, another save. Now Emma Moore clears the puck out of his zone. Clarington gets it back in the neutral zone. We'll chip it up, and it comes back to Kaylin. Off the boards, hits the glass, gets it to Ryan Morris. Morris to Michaela Cole. Cole gets to the blue line, gets some help from Perry. At the blue line, Cole chips it in. Clarington gets it over to her teammates. We're offside. Judd gets it back in the neutral zone. Cuts into the center. Drives the lane. Gets a shot. Off the glove. Rebound from Judd. Hits the side of the net. Clarington sends it up center. Clarington through the neutral zone. Gets a shot blocked. And Izzy chips that away. Perry to Lartang. Izzy into the zone. She's looking, drops it to Bella Perry. Bella gets a shot. Rebound from Izzy. Goalie makes a save. 1:14 left in this game. Show the scoreboard there. Third period, 2-0. Over a minute to go. Puck comes out. Belamass sends it back in. Back onside. Clarington in possession. Chip it up center. They get it into the zone. Now have less than a minute left in regulation. Bella Perry picks up the loose puck. Takes up the sidewall. Gets some help from Clarington. The Flames keep it in. Now Gation gets that to the blue line again. Flames keep it in, but now Clarington takes it out over the red and into the zone. Clarington all alone as the Wolves go for a line change. She battles down low, 30 seconds on the board. Now comes Morris for some help. Gation with some pressure, puck comes out. It's 15 seconds, back in our zone. Frood ties up in the corner. Gets some help from Morris. Belamass gets the loose puck. She fires that all the way down. It's going to be on net, so no icing. Final 3 seconds. That's going to be a victory for the Sudbury Lady Wolves. See you all at 9:15.